Hey everybody, this is Jerichos, and welcome back to Tales of Phantasia. Last time, we arrived in Alvanista, got to watch a concert, hear some piano music, and did the Mock Boy race again. But thankfully, we're done with that racing. Chester is officially fired up Mock Bastard, and we don't have to do that race again. This time, let's go ahead and head up into the castle. What do you think you're doing here? This is no place for your kind. Hurry up and leave. But we were asked by Lord Harrison. Silence! Hold it. Lord Harrison! These are the individuals I told you about before. They are to be treated with all due respect. That was about these people? But please forgive us. I apologize on behalf of my men. Please, come this way. Yeah, they're a little overzealous. Those guys are supposed to be able to defeat Deus? They're still just kids, right? Are we going to be okay? Oh, arrogant jerks. Hey, we see a familiar face. Sir, I've brought them. Well done. Lundgren! Who? We met him in the past. He's the court sorcerer. Never imagined that we would be meeting Lundgren again. You mustn't forget that I'm of the elven bloodline. It's truly unfortunate that we have to meet under such circumstances. However, personally, I'm pleased to have the chance to see you again. Lundgren, the pleasure is all ours. Yes. While there's much I'd like to catch up on, why don't we meet with His Majesty first? Yes. So cool that we get to see Lundgren again. I mean, it makes sense. He's, elvish or half-elf or whatever he is. Your Majesty, our emissary has returned with our guests from the past. It must have been difficult. I'm sure you've already heard this from Harrison, but Deus has once again become a threat to this world. Deus can continually travel further and further into the future. At this rate, there will never be an end to it. Although he may be content to play cat and mouse with us for all eternity, we intend to put an end to this. However, we can do little except to continue the battles we are already fighting. So, what are you saying? Thanks to the information left behind by the ancients and Thor, we've finally been provided the keys that will open the door to victory. Keys? In the distant past, thousands of years ago, there existed 3 countries we now call the ancient civilizations. I'm sure you've heard this before, but they were known as Odin, Fenrir, and Thor. After a meteorite strike, the civilization known as Thor suddenly disappeared beneath the waves. On the surface, confusion turned to war. The 2 remaining countries were on the verge of destruction when 3 enigmatic men appeared. Each of them wielded one of the 3 great artifacts. The whereabouts of those artifacts were stored in the records we uncovered. So you're saying, if we have those, it should be possible to defeat Deus? The 3 great artifacts together form a single sword, a mystic blade said to be capable of controlling time itself. In other words, a sword that can prevent Deus from escaping to another time. Exactly. If you'd like to hear everything we know, you should ask the people in the sorcery laboratory. Still, it's hard to believe that such young people were able to defeat Deus. Your deeds have been passed down and become the stuff of legend in this kingdom. 150 years ago, in this world's darkest hours, you defeated Deus and saved us from destruction. Now we must once again call upon your power. We've exhausted all available means. You are our final hope in this battle. I shall await news of your triumph. No pressure or anything. Ancient Era refers to the epoch of the 3 ancient civilizations, which coexisted many thousands of years ago. Yeah, I know it's epic, but I pronounce it epoch. Those 3 yeah. Yeah, oh, you're repeating. Darn, I thought he was going to say something new. Blah, 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 blah. So, we need to head down into the sorcery lab to learn things. But first, let's explore. Let's wander around. What's here? Hello. I'm one of His Majesty's personal attendants. Don't get anything dirty now. Yep, this is the King's room. Or the King and Queen's room, I don't know. It's unclear how they do that in this game. Let's see, what's in here? This is the Princess room. Be mindful of that. I've heard your tale from Father. It sounds rather difficult, but please do your best. No matter how often I see her, I always think the princess looks splendid. Aww. That's sweet. Oh, nope. Not to the sorcery lab yet. First, we're heading upstairs, downstairs, whichever direction this is. Okay. You should recognize this spot. This is where the Ishitori Master was. But now... Oh, nothing in the pot. It's the Button Master! My ancestor was a master of a game called Ishitori. But the time of Ishitori has already passed. I've created a button pushing game. If you can repeat the button sequence that I say, you can win a prize. Want to try it? Sure. Let's hear the explanation. I'll say a sequence of buttons at random. For example, triangle X, triangle square, circle X is the sequence. You want to remember it quickly, and then you repeat that sequence of buttons. I think that's good. Here we go. Alright, let's give this a try. I probably won't talk while playing this because I want to do well. Alright. I screwed up. Oh, I accidentally hit square one too many times. Let's try this again. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let's try to do it fast. I don't need to hear the explanation. Alright. Square, square, circle, X. Okay. Did I screw something up? Oh, no, yes, that's correct. 1.78 seconds. Here's your prize. Please play again sometime. A Star Beret, which is the best headgear you can get for Mint, I'm pretty sure. Well, Mint, Clarth, yeah, Mint, Clarth, and Chester. It's the best headgear they can get. So we're going to give it to Mint. A magical hat that sometimes shines like the stars. Looks like it's right out of the Kirby games. So, that's helpful. And, you know what? Let's try it again. Because that was pretty easy. Don't need the explanation. Okay. Alright. I think I screwed it up. Yep, I did. Alright, let's try again. It's really easy to accidentally hit a button twice when you're trying to go super quick. Oh, this should be easy. That's correct. 1.53 seconds. And we get a ring shield for winning the second time. Very cool. And let's do a third time. Why not? I don't need to hear the explanation. Okay. Give me something good. Oh, that's easy. .43 seconds. And our final prize is an elixir. So, yeah, now you'll start getting elixirs or miracle gummies, just kind of medicine items, starting with the third win. Sadly, we don't get a Button Master title. That would be nice. I believe... Hey, got a whole bunch of maids hanging out here. I have to know who Emily's in love with. Shockingly, she was in love with the Queen all along. Just kidding, it's a joke. I know who it is. I'll find out. I must know. So much gossip going on. Hello. There was something really interesting written in the records of the ancient civilizations. They stated that Spirit Origin possesses the power to restore. When I say restore, I mean to take things that were once broken and make them like new. That also includes the ability to take pieces of things that were once whole and combine them again. In the past, the spirit origin was considered only to be a legend. With documentation like this, though, it's not all that crazy to think that he truly exists. His location could only be one place: Heimdall, the sacred forest of the elves. That's just about everything about Origin that was mentioned in that record. That's really worth knowing, actually. Yeah, you know what? Let's hear about books. For you all, there are 3 types of books you need to worry about. Ogi texts, which detail the usage of Ogi for swordsmen. Spell books, which contain new spells for sorcerers. Finally, research books, which are used primarily by summoners. Occasionally, such books are imbued with magical energy and may be used as weapons. I already knew all that. Well, thanks for your information. I had an interesting story from my boyfriend. He's an adventurer, you see. Apparently, the pirate Ifrid has had over 20 hiding places for his treasures, scattered all over the world. Finding all of them would really be a challenge. Ifrid is definitely one of those things that continues through the Tales games. It's kind of an ongoing thing. He's almost this game's series version of Sid. Have you ever heard of Odin? I've heard that Odin is a favorite dish of ninja. I still prefer curry rice, personally. If you don't know the right time to make use of an Ogi, it won't be of any use at all. Well, no kidding, that's any ability you have. I think this is dropping us back on the lower floor. We don't have to worry about heading down here. Let's go ahead and head upstairs. And we're going to go into the sorcery lab. What do you all have to say? Doesn't anyone want to buy my spell books? Yeah, if you didn't buy the spell books earlier, you can get them from her. The 3 great artifacts? According to materials from Thor, those would be the Sword of Flame, the Sword of Ice, and a certain Pact Ring. Good to know. Ancient civilization of Fenrir once stood where the city of Frezekiel now stands. If you go there, you might be able to learn something about the 3 great artifacts. The city of Frezekiel is on the continent due north of Alvanista, but it can't be reached by sea. Well, that's good to know. Maybe it can be reached by air. I wish the research environment were a little better around here. Lately, demon ninja have been appearing. Are they being manipulated by Deus somehow, or is he actually creating them? Demon ninja, oh boy. The materials uncovered at Thor claim Origin is the only being capable of fusing together the 3 great artifacts. I always thought the spirit Origin was just a myth. What is all this supposed to mean? Then again, one of the 3 great artifacts is the Diamond Ring, which is a Pact Ring. There's no question about it. All of this must be connected somehow. And we have the Diamond Ring. Within the volcanic zone in Freyland, a structure built during the age of the ancient civilization still stands. So we got Frezekiel and Freyland. The ancient civilization of Odin originally stood within what is now the volcanic zone of Freyland. References from that era indicate that at the time, it was a flourishing natural paradise. So, Freyland is Odin, and Frezekiel was... shoot, I forgot the name. Fenrir. I should remember because they're both F. And of course Thor is under the water. We've already been there. What do you have to say? Oh, I already talked to you. So yeah, lots of interesting information about where to go. Now, much like when we were hunting the spirits earlier in the game, you're kind of open-ended on what order you pursue these. I'm not going to go after any of them. We're going to do some optional stuff. That's right, we are out of here. You know what? Can I exit the city this way? Perfect. First and foremost, let's look at our world map. Got a whole bunch of places. You can see the city of Frezekiel's on the map. Early City of Darkness is a new place we haven't even heard of. I think, first thing first, we're going to go back to Edward's mansion. Now, if you remember, we had over this bridge, and his mansion is really close to Alvanista. So let's go ahead and land in it. And his mansion has become... I have to finish preparing the students' meals. This place is a live-in sorcery institute. The second floor is a classroom. Well, we call it a school, but the truth of the matter is that each student is responsible for their own education. It's become a school, which is actually kind of cool. Right now, I'm still a magician in training, but I'm definitely going to become the world's greatest magician. I'll do my best. That's pretty good. You know, good to have dreams like that. Working hard day in and day out will pay off in the long run. After all, you can't become strong or smart overnight. Good work ethic. I am a renowned food critic and can recognize the hidden potential in any cook. Among you, the best cooks are Clarth and Mint. Depending on which character does the cooking, the result can vary greatly. All things considered, Clarth and Mint are the best all-around cooks and can improve their skills quickly. On the other hand, Arch lacks cooking skills, and gaining additional stars will take many more attempts than any other characters. However, even Arch has certain recipes she excels at. She's very skilled in dishes that restore TP, which have fruit in their names. So, a bit of interesting if you wanted to do the cooking. For example, fruit juice is one that Arch will be a little better at cooking. But for the most part, Clarth and Mint are your best chefs. I mean, I haven't been using cooking on them, so they don't have any cooking skill. But if you want to pursue that, it's good to know. This is the Morrison Research Institute. The former owner of this house, a member of the Morrison family, left this place to be used as a sorcery research institute in his will. Good to know. Anyone down here? Nope. Let's head upstairs. See if anyone's hanging around on the second floor. Yes, people are. Lord Morrison was not just an authority on the subject of sorcery. He was also a highly regarded scholar of the sciences. I've even heard that he did extensive research on the incredible technology of the ancient civilizations. That's pretty cool. Research on mysterious items. My research is mainly related to development of items that are imbued with magical power. There's probably some stuff in here that could be useful to a swordsman or a sorcerer, but I don't get any of it. Stereotypical dumb swordsman, I think, is what they're going for there. I'm doing research on Methodism. Just what in the world is Methodism? Is it the power of man or the power of the gods? I'm currently doing research on forbidden sorcery. These forbidden spells seem to call forth the powers of the void. However, as for exactly what that means, I really don't know. I'm currently doing research on forbidden summoning rituals. Everything I've found on the forbidden rituals seems to be related to the Lord of the Demonic Realms. Just as you'd expect, it's quite dangerous to try and control otherworldly energies. We heard that before, somebody talking about summoning demons and making pacts with them. Maybe there's more to it. Now if you check the bed, you actually get a drum set. It's kind of silly, but a drum set complete with symbols. Can't you feel the beat calling you? And you can actually play. You can play the drums. It's so silly. There's no real point to it. It's just kind of fun. You even got a bass line in there if you want. So, just another cute thing. And that does it for what we could do at Edward's old house. Now, next, we want to head to the White Birch Forest. Now, if you remember, the White Birch Forest was up north of Midgard, up in the Valhalla Plains. So if we head up this way, we'll come back and there it is. Should be able to just enter it directly. Perfect. Now, there's not really anything to do here except get more cordyceps. So let's go to the right, then down a couple times. Then left once. Yep. We're stocking up on a bunch of these. Might as well. Now go down from here for another one. Up to the right for another one hiding behind the rock there. Down to find one hiding down here. Go up 3 times. And go right to get one hiding up here, all the way up in the corner. Go back down. And just head right a bunch of times. So, a whole bunch of cordyceps. Now, there's nothing else really to do here, but you can visit the Unicorn Spring. Pretty, but nothing really to see. So, in that case, we're heading out. And let's see if I can find my way out. Mostly you just want to head to the left and then eventually up. This should be the way out. There we go. And now we want to go, finally... Nope, we're not continuing onward. We're going to Ymir Forest. We're going to see if we can't find that village of the ninjas. So the elven village is down over here. So pop up in the sky and fly over to the Ymir Forest. And it should be down at the end of this peninsula. Yep, here we go. Let's see if we can land directly here. We can! Perfect! It should drop us in the Ymir Forest. That's right. Half-elves aren't allowed beyond this point. But we can't just leave Arch behind. It's fine. I'll wait here. Sorry it's like this. Lately, more humans have been passing through here. With permission from the King of Elvenista, any human can enter. However, half-elves are absolutely forbidden from entering. So, yeah, it's still the same policy. It's a good thing we don't have Arch reliant in the party right now. Let's go ahead... Oops. Being in that battle actually reminded me, I totally forgot. I feel like an idiot. For something like half a dozen episodes, I've been trying to figure out why Kless wasn't running. The answer is abundantly simple. The technical ring allows manual. However, if you unequip the technical ring, it switches you back to semi-auto. So he's been on semi-auto for all this time since I swapped his equipment around. So you'll notice here, he's now on manual. Unequip the technical ring. Don't go in to change his abilities at all. Re-equip the technical ring, and he's on semi-auto. That explains it all. So I felt kind of stupid that I didn't realize that changing off the technical ring is what did it. So he's back on manual mode now, the way that it should be. Now you can actually find new enemies in here this time through. So far all I've found is just a bunch of killer bees we've already seen before. So, come on, give me some new enemies. Maybe? Yes, giant lizard, which, ooh, they're freaky looking. Man, use the spectacles on them. They're weak to fire, which actually is really good with, Chester's bow. Yeah, just blast them all. Yeah, come on. Good, this one's dead. Clarth, take him out. Nice bolt blast, please. Or volt blast. And sharpness, perfect! Smack him up. Come on. There we go, took him out. So yeah, we do some good damage with slashing. I think I equipped our new weapon. Oh hey! Level up for Clarth and Chester and a new skill for Chester. What'd you learn? First, let me just check. Yes, I did equip the Destroyer. Jester learned Heaven's Quiver. A barrage of arrows that fall like rain from the skies above the enemy. That's a fun one. Especially when you're fighting a big enemy. And I found a dead end. Now, there's 2 other new enemies here. And we found one! Treant! So, use the spectacles on them. Oh, and yeah, there's the barrage of arrows. That's really good when there's a giant group of enemies. And he's probably gonna... Yep, let's do a volt down on his head. Perfect. Take him out. He should be gone soon. Especially with an acid rain. Oh, another volt. Okay. Well, let's make sure this guy doesn't come back. Boom. So we got one more enemy to encounter here in the forest. Maybe we'll find him before we exit. Probably, since I forget the way through this forest. Give me a new enemy. Not the enemy I wanted. That's okay, we've still got a little ways to walk. We'll find him. Hello, tree. And please tell me. Yes, the giant mayfly. It's the last new enemy in here, which is good because I think we're at the end of this section. So use it on them. You know what? Let's blast these guys all. Perfect. Bolt should take them out. Yep, that blasted them all. Very nice. And yes, we've reached the end of the forest. The Elven Village, which we're going to explore next time. We have started a bunch of optional events, and next time we're going to continue on with trying to find that ninja village we've heard so much about. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.